Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video. In this video, we will handle our errors more efficiently. As of now, what we are doing, we are just using this null value as the error case. But what we are going to do, we will create a wrapper class and that wrapper class we will use for our data and error cases. So let's go to our domain package and here create one more package with the name util. And here let's create one sealed class with the name result. And this result class we will use for all the data types. So let's make this a generic class with this t as the data type. So this result class can be used for any data type like list, string, integer, etc. And with this result class, we are going to keep two values. First one with the name data, and this will be of any type, and by default we are going to keep null value. And next this message for the error, and again this will be of type nullable string, and we are going to keep the null value as the default. Now let's keep two branches of this result class. First one will be with the name success. Next class will be with the name error. Let's use for both class T as for generic. And if we have the success case, we will pass the data, and this data we will use from our result class. And this result class, it is getting from that Kotlin result, because in Kotlin language also there is a result class. So let's just delete this import. Now it will use our own result class. And in the error case, we will keep both the things, message and the data. And for the data, let's pass null as the default value. And both these things we will get from our result class. So this will be a simple wrapper class. Here we are keeping this success and error branch. And let's first use this result wrapper class to our remote block data source. So here instead of defining this as nullable list, let's wrap it inside the result class. And here it is using that Kotlin result class because we are not getting any import. So let me use this result class again. And this time let's choose this one. So this is how we are going to define our function. Now let's go to our implementation of this function in our Ktor remote block data source and also update this. And here we will use this try catch block. Let's get these blocks in a block value and use the result dot success and pass our blocks to this success. And in the error case, we are going to use the result dot error and pass the error message as something went wrong, and also use the error message. So here this is how we are going to handle those errors. So here we are using this catch block, but let's also catch one specific exception for our no internet connection. And for that we have the exception with the name unknown host exception. And in this case we are going to use different error message. And we don't need the message. And this is how our result wrapper class will work. Now it is more cleaner and maintainable. Next, this data is going to that repository. So let's close from here and from here also. And first go to this block repository interface and wrap this value also. And copy it and use it here. Now here first we will get the result of that list of block details. So let's rename this value to by pressing Shift F6 remote blocks result. And here instead of if block, let's use the when block. And we are going to check this remote block result. And this remote block result will give us two cases. Here press the Alt Enter and add remaining branches. And we will get these two branches. So for the success case, use all this code. And for the error case, use this block. Here first thing we are getting the remote blocks and we will get two cases, success and error. And if we get the success case, first we will insert those blocks locally. So here it is giving error, so just use data also. And here we can see we are getting this error for the null check. So what we need to do? Let's wrap this inside a let block with the null check. So here use this and put a null check, and if we don't have the null value, then we are going to use these operations, and instead of it let's use the blocks. Now we can simply use and here use the result dot success with data as the block dot to blocks list. And we also need to provide if the data is null. So here use the else case, and here we will use the result dot error, and the message let's use no data available. In the error case, we are first going to get the blocks from the local database, and if we don't have the empty list, then we are going to pass these blocks. But in this case, let's use the error case. But in this error case, we are also going to pass the data, and the data will be this local blocks. And the error message let's use from our remote blocks result with field to fetch blocks. And if we have some empty list in the local database, but that will be a rare case. So in that again, we are going to pass the error and no data this time. And again the error message we are going from that remote blocks result, and extend this message with and no cached data available. And this will be our function. It's quite simple. First we are getting those remote blocks and updating the local database and passing those remote blocks, and if we get the error, then in that case we will get those local blocks and we are going to pass this error case but with the data. And in the else case, we are just going to pass the error message. And the IDE is suggesting us we can keep this value into the when. So let's move it. So now it is looking like this. Next thing, we need to update the view model also, because we have updated this repository interface. Go to our blog list view model. So here again we don't directly get the blocks, but we will get the result. So we can rename it to result and use a when block and press Alt Enter and add remaining branches. And in the success case, we are going to our states. So here we need to use the data, and let's also use the or empty, because this data can be null. So in that case, we are going to use the empty list, and the error message will be null. And let's also update state in our error case. So here again, if we get the error, so we are going to get the data in the similar way, but the error message we are going to use to update our state. And again it is suggesting us to move this variable into when block. And let's use this error message in our screen. go to our block list screen, and here let's use one more block in our lazy vertical grid with the name item and use a simple text. And let's run our app. And here we have our app with the no error message. Now let's close the internet. And if I open the app again with the no internet connection, then I will get the error message. So here we can see our error handling case is working perfectly fine. But we are keeping this error message in the top, and there is no need to create any specific error screen or any error composable. What we can do, we can simply show a toast and that will disappear after few seconds. Because this will be a rare case, we will get an empty list since we are using the local database also. Hey everyone, if you are finding this tutorial helpful, you will love my premium Udemy course where we will build Measuremate, a fitness app using Jetpack Compose. We go in depth on the Firebase authentication, Firestore, and more. Check out the course in the description and take your skills to the next level. See you there. So to show the toast, first thing go to our block list package and create one more class block list event. And this will be a sealed interface. And here let's use the error case. And go to the view model and scroll up. And here we are going to use the channels. From this Kotlin X coroutine. And keep one private value and one public value. And scroll down, and in the error case when we get the error, then we are going to use our events dot send, and we are going to send the block list event dot error with the error message. And here this is giving the error because this error message can be null. So what we need, let's wrap this result dot error inside a let block and use the it. And this is how we are going to send this error message, and this event we are going to receive to our screen. Here on our blog list screen, we are going to get this event as a flow of blog list event, and we are going to collect those events here with the launched effect, and we need to provide the key. So let's use the key unit. And if you are wondering what this launched effect is, it's simply a composable function where you can keep your non-composable code, because composable function can be recomposed many times. So here whatever block we are going to keep, that will only be executed two times. First, whenever this block list screen composable function will be created first time, and the next whenever this key will change. So here we have just provided the unit. So this unit value will never change. It means the code within this launched effect will not be affected by the recomposition of this block list screen. And for our events, we are using the channels. So this channel will keep each and every value and it will provide to this event. And here we are collecting these events, and for each events we are going to show the toast. So creating a toast in Android is quite simple. Use this toast class with make toast function, and we need to provide the context and create the context here with local context dot current, and the message we will get from our event. And next thing, we need to pass the length, so the length will be short. And in the last, let's use the show function, and this is how we are going to show the toast, but we are getting the error to our preview function, so just provide the empty flow to those events. And this screen we are using in our main activity, so go there, and we need to pass those events, and we can attach from our view model. Now again, let's run our app. And here we have the app, and I forgot to remove that error composable function. So let's scroll down and remove this item block and rerun our app. And here we have the app, and we can see in the success case there is no toast. But if I turn off the internet and reopen the app again, and we are going to see the list of blocks, but we will also see the toast message. And this is how our error handling will work in our app. And that's all for this video. In the next video, we will set up our second screen for the block contents, and we will learn about the navigation in Android apps. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. And if you are finding these videos helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.